Hello and welcome to Braintree High School here for Legion Baseball. Braintree and Sharon set for the first pitch of the game and in there for strike one. Mike Watson bringing the coverage here on BCAM TV as we're underway here in the top half of the first inning. Braintree still searching for their first win of the season. Hard to believe this deep into the season, Braintree still has yet to win a game. Pitch on the way to the center fielder, Mento, and that one misses. Braintree a handful of games back because of how deep the high school team went to the postseason tournament. Braintree standing at 0-6, Sharon at 1-7, so very winnable game here today. So home side trying to get in the win column. This one slapped out of play. Getting ready on the pitch, and this one out towards left field, and that's going to make its way down for a leadoff base hit. So two-strike hit, and the base runner is aboard here to start the ball game. Pitch on the way, and this one out to right field. Play ball in that vicinity, and making the catch in right for the opening out. One hauled in by Saros. So a single and a fly out to right as Kelleher is the first out of this game. Short lead at first, being held on over at first. The pitch is downstairs. Braintree defense is like this. Driscoll in left field, Farragher in center, and the right fielder Saros. Across the infield, over at third is Swain. Over at shortstop is Atkinson, second base Foley, and over at first is Zolano. With Stenman catching here today for the starter, Shelton. One on and one out. Here in the top half of the first inning. Game starting right around 8 o'clock. This pitch is on the way and upstairs. To the DH, Cronin. Left-handed bat in the middle of the order. Offering on the way, and that's there for a strike. See if he has the green light here. It's 3-1. Runner goes, and the pitch, and that one is down. Actually called strike, wow. And this one gets away, and now the runner takes third base as the Braintree defense with a throwing error. Obviously not what you want to do there on a throw down to second. Generous strike on that last pitch. Thought it was ball 4, which obviously would have kept the runner at second. The infield now comes in very early in the ball game. As Braintree trying to find a way to stay in a game early. This one out to right field should be playable, but it will be far enough back for the sacrifice fly as the runner comes to the plate, and the game's first run comes here on the sacrifice fly off the bat of Cronin. So the throwing error hurts Braintree here in the inning. Brings in the game's first run. The visitors on the board first. Pitch upstairs. To another count. Here with the bases now empty and 2 outs. That's in there for a strike. This one in the air to left field. Handful of flyouts here in the inning as this one hauled in left field by Driscoll. 3 flyouts, but the sacrifice fly good enough for the first run of the ball game as the Braintree Bats will get a chance down a run. First pitch here of the bottom half of the first is a foul ball at the bat of Atkinson. Braintree down a run. Leadoff single, able to bring them home on a couple of fly balls after the throwing error by the catcher. And this one drilled towards center, a base hit. So the Braintree offense starts off on the right foot with a single. Bunt tries, this one popped, and that one is caught, and now the runner is going to be doubled off at first. And that has been the story all season. For an 0-6 Braintree team, nothing can go right here this year, as Braintree's doubled off on the bases. Tough pitch to bunt on one a little bit up in the zone as Driscoll pops into a double play. This one around Zolano, somehow did not make contact with him. On the ground towards third base, cut off neatly. Low throw and dug out as Sharon with a pretty nice inning on defense as Braintree does not score as we head to the second. First pitch of the second is inside. Two 2-0 here to start, dealing with the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Sharon order. Shortstop Berkeley. Another one just missing outside. 3-0 here to start the at-bat. Bat all the way back, and it turns into a 4-pitch walk for the second straight inning. Now the leadoff man is on. This one lifted out towards left field. Driscoll continuing back, tough play on it, and cannot make the play. That one was misread off the bat, and it turns into a double as the runner had to wait and makes his way down to third now. A second and third situation with nobody out. Conway, the catcher, drilling that one out towards left. Off the bat, it didn't look like much of an issue. Left fielder turning in multiple directions before not able to haul that one in. Braintree again pulls the infield in. Down a run already, and with 2 on and nobody out. Pitch is outside. Pitch cut on a missed. 1-1 count to the left fielder, Grossman. And the offering on the ground, middle of the infield. Nice play by the pitcher as Elgin able to field the position and keep the runner from scoring. Outmade at first. Important first out for the home side. Post 86. Still searching for win number 1 here in the season at 0-6. But digging themselves in some trouble again here in the second inning. 2 on and now 1 out. Infield remains in. Here with the number 8 hitter and right fielder Walsh at the dish. Pitch, and that's there for a strike. Braintree had a promising start back in the bottom half of the first, the leadoff single up the middle, but very quickly turned into a gloomy inning after the double play, the pop up on the bunt. Pitch on the way, downstairs, good block back behind the dish. And the one downstairs. Missed outside and another walk, second of the inning. So the bases loaded now in this second inning. The infield gonna go in on the corners and deep at second and short, hoping for a ground ball double play. Number 9 hitter Lasser playing second base. Pitch in there for a strike. Count even now at 1-1. Bases filled up. Here with 1 out in the top of the second. Braintree down a run. Opportunity here for Sharon to open things up and kill Braintree's momentum yet again. That one down in the dirt and it gets away. Tough pitch to handle as a catcher and a 2-0 lead. Wild pitch. Infield now moves in with the double play out of order. Sharon with a run in each of the first 2 innings. They're obviously not done yet in the second, but out to a 2-0 advantage. The pitch is upstairs. Already walked 2 here in the inning. And the offering, and again inside, another walk. Back-to-back walks, third of the inning. Braintree again running into another bases loaded situation. Tough to work around all these base runners. You win if Braintree could only give up a couple here. First pitch spoiled off and out of play. Top of the order now for the center fielder Mento, singled to begin the game. Pitch on the way and down and in. Another one downstairs. 2-1. With the bases filled and obviously command being a problem here in this second inning. Find a way to locate the zone. As this one spins him back, and now all of a sudden it's 3-1. Getting ready now and continues to have no control of the zone. Another one walked, the fourth of the inning, and a run is walked in. See how long the leash will be. Braintree with game tomorrow and Wednesday. Giving up 2 runs already here in the inning. Bases remain loaded. The pitch again is down. There really haven't been many close pitches. It's not like they're being squeezed right now. Everything's been off the plate. The pitch is drilled out towards right center field, and this one's going to be over the head of the center fielder. Here comes one. A second run coming across. The third runner going to be waved around. It's going to be a close play, and the play is to third, and he is going to be safe at third. Wow. Close play at third. Thought Braintree should have gone to the plate with that throw. Instead, they go to third, and either way, do not get an out at any base. And this game already has gotten away from Braintree here in the second inning. Obviously, a lot of that due to the command. 4 walks in the inning. So that extra base hit clears the bases. As that strike is dropped in. On the ground, and the runner will come home. So the throw is over to first, a low throw, it's dug out. And that is finally an out. Second at bat for Cronin to bring in an RBI without the benefit of a hit. First time was a sacrifice fly, that time an RBI ground out. This one on the ground and another base hit. 10th hitter of the inning. Berkeley, who led things off with a walk, batting for the second time in the inning. Pitch down in the dirt. And the pitch low. And another free pass. Second time he's walked here in the inning. Berkeley over at first now, with Gibbons at second. It's been a 6-run inning so far. This one gets away and both base runners move up. And now a hit batter. It's been a very tough inning to watch. Pitching change is going to happen here in the inning as the bases are loaded up again here in the top of the second, as we will have a pitching change. First pitch here off the pitching change, and is a little looper caught over at first to end the inning. So a quick finish to the inning as the 86ers able to bounce back with an out on one pitch from the reliever, but it is a big inning. 6 runs scored for the visitors, who now have a 7-run lead to head to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second, first pitch is outside. Quickly 2-0 to Uhas. 4, 5, and 6 for Braintree here in the inning. And it's a walk to get the inning started. Second base runner, second straight inning now with the leadoff man on. Pitch inside. Mishandled by the catcher, but gets the call for a strike. Out the knees and another strike. Runner leads from first, and the pitch, and this one weakly tapped down the first base line. And a foul ball. Let that one roll a little bit longer than he probably should have, the pitcher did. That was in foul ground for a while, but never know if it rolls back into fair territory. Would have been a devastating mistake. Very late swing to even make contact with that last pitch. This one is on the infield towards short. Play to second for one, back to first, not in time. And the fielder's choice. Second baseman Foley. As the pitch is back behind him. And this one out towards left center field. Hit pretty well, but it is tracked down. Runner now at first with two down as the pitch is inside, no advance. Runner won the count to the right fielder, Saros. Just missed outside. Stemman, who reached first on a fielder's choice, stands at first base with two down. Braintree's had a base runner each inning. Still looking to push one across. Another foul ball. During the start of this third inning, Post 86 still trying to get a couple of consecutive hits. And that's in there for a called third strike. Our runner is stranded for the second straight inning as we head to the third. Braintree is down 7. First pitch here of the third is a strike. On the count now. Dealing with 8, 9, and 1. The order. So pitch is down and away. And a walk to start the inning. More base runners against the Braintree pitching. Outside corner for a strike. On the ground towards third base. Plays the second. Out is there. Back to first, not in time, and then it gets away. Runner will not advance. Braintree does get the out at second. Time through the order. Runner at first and one out. Short lead over there as the pitch is in for a strike. Center fielder Mento has been on twice, has walked, bringing a run. It's also singled. One to knock to the screen. Off speed and a swing and a miss. Got him to chase. Pick off play. Sharon has scored in each of the first two innings, as this one is towards short. Taking the bag himself, and a scoreless inning here in the third. So the Braintree Bats still trying to get it going. So they trail 7-0. On the ground on the first pitch here of the bottom of the inning. It's a ground out. Drops in for a strike. Number 9 hitter Swain. Farragut was retired, the center fielder in the inning. This one is sharply hit to third, a fair ball and a base hit. Thinking about two bases and wisely pulling up and stopping at first. Hard hit ball down the line, good piece of contact. Best hit ball Braintree's had here in this game. And this one on the ground, left side, and a base hit. As this one makes its way through. Atkinson's second single. Braintree with 2 on now and 1 out. Trying to get something started out in front of Driscoll, who had that tough at bat back in the first after popping up a bunt. turning into a double play, kind of changed the complexion of this game. Pitch, and that one's down. Some action starting out in the Sharon bullpen. Braintree trying to get to the starter here in this third inning. The pitch is upstairs and away. Good hitters count. Off-speed pitch drops in. Did not give in on the fastball. All tipped at the plate. Getting ready now on the 2-2 pitch. The pitcher able to field, throw to second, and a great play there. Falling down, and with a 7-run lead, surprising to take the lead man there, or at least the in-between runner. Would have been wise to just go to first, but made an incredible play to get the runner. All I could see happening was that ball being thrown into center field and being a disastrous play, but it worked out. First pitch up and over the head of Zolano, who grounded out to third his first time. Big opportunity here for Braintree to try and get something started on offense here with 2 down. The pitch is going to be a strike. They're on the corner as the pitch is down. Knocked foul by Zolano, who's now in pitching. And this one out towards right center field. That's going to get down as Braintree's on the board. 7-1 game as the runner now heads to third. And they're back on the corners on the RBI hit from Zolano. So finally the offense has started. 3 hits here in the inning and now a run. Action remains down in the bullpen. Right-hander throwing right now for Sharon. The pitch is on the way on the ground towards third, and another fair ball and a base hit. Off the bat this time of Uhas, as Braintree has scored a couple of runs here with 2 outs. Back-to-back RBI hits. Making things a little bit more interesting now here in this third inning. Took a little while for the Braintree offense to wake up, but they have started to get something going now. Trying to keep it going is Stenman, who bounced into a fielder's choice his first time. That one bounces, and the catcher with a great play, and now the runner. And that one gets away as the runner takes third. Wild throw down in that direction by the catcher. First baseman was not expecting the throw. It almost hit the runner, Uhas, at first. They continue to be at the corners. The runner is now held at first. Braintree with 2 runs so far here in the inning, trying to bounce right back. In for a strike. Off-speed pitch, and he got it by him. Fortunate to still be there at the dish now is Stemmon on a very close pitch with 2 strikes. Seventh hitter of the inning. Braintree has scored twice. 4 hits in the inning, all singles. Runner now heading towards the dish, and he is going to be out. As Braintree trying to do something here with 2 outs and get creative, but the runner is picked off before the run scores from third, and that did not work out as Braintree scores twice, but it left more on the table. They strand a couple of base runners here in the inning as we head to the 4th. Top of the 4th, and the first pitch into right field, a single. The throw to first, a close play, almost turned into an out from right field. It would have been a very rare situation. On the ground to the middle of the infield. This could be a double play ball. Tagging the bag, the throw across, and they turn the 2. Good play by the defense, and Braintree able to erase the base runners. Momentum has started to shift in this game into Braintree's favor. They're pushing across a couple of runs in the bottom half of the 3rd. Double play ball obviously helping out the pitcher. As Zolano trying to make quick work now here in this 4th inning. Pitcher's best friend, the double play ball. Now Berkeley, who's walked twice. Head again, 2-0. This one on the ground towards short again. Atkinson's been busy. Throw is low and dug out neatly at first base as the defense showcasing their talent in the inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th, and Braintree down 5. Bottom of the 4th as that one's downstairs. 7-2 game. It's Braintree trying to battle back from 7 runs down. It scored 2 runs back in the 3rd. Now Stemmon at the dish, who was at the dish when the runner was caught stealing. Five, 6, and 7 for the 86ers here in the inning. This one's lifted out of play. On the ground, right side, over to second base. The play is there, and the first out. First pitch of the at-bat is down and away to Foley, who flew out to center. Hit the ball well his first time. Tracked down on the move by the center fielder. This one to third, and a fair ball down the line. Braintree's gone that way 3 times. So runner digs around first. Here is the throw to second, and he's going to be out by a mile at second. Braintree down 5 runs. Taking a real gamble there, and had to be a perfect throw, and of course it was. Pitch is upstairs. After the leadoff ground out, a single, but then the runner thrown out trying to get to second, stretching the single to a double. Base is empty with 2 down, and the pitch, and just off the edge to the right fielder, Saros. Try to throw the runner out from first base, back in the top half of this inning. On the ground right side, tough play, and off the glove. They still have some time, and the throw will not be in time. The effort by the second baseman to even make that a close play after it was off the glove. That'll go down as an error on the first baseman. Braintree has a base runner now with 2 outs. First pitch swing as that one's knocked to the screen. Center fielder Farragher grounded out to third his first time. Fastball on the edge for a strike. And the offering, and a swing and a miss. The off-speed pitch has him as Braintree threatens but does not score here in the 4th. So we head to the 5th inning with Braintree down 7-2. Top of the 5th as the pitch in for a strike. Six, 7, and 8 in the order. Pitch on the way from Zolano, the off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Really took quite a bit off of that one. Ready, winds and fires, and on the ground it goes to third base and foul. And ready on the 2-strike pitch. This one's lined out to right, but foul. Off speed, and this one out to left, right at him though, and caught. Below the knees on the first pitch. Dealing with the left fielder, Grossman. It's grounded back to the mound and flied out, 0 for 2. One of the few that hasn't reached base in this game for Sharon. Actually is the only one that hasn't reached base. That one misses. Very quickly down 2-0. And walks him. Pitch is foul tip for a strike. Runner at first and 1 out. Braintree defense turned a double play in last inning, as this one is down below the knees. Runner takes off, pitch is high, throw down not in time. Danger of walking a couple here in the innings. This one on the ground towards third base. Big high hop, nicely fielded, and a great play over at third base as it turns out. Runner does not get down to third. It's a very difficult in-between hop. All right, second with 2 down. Pitch on the way, and a cut and a miss. Number 9 hitter Lasher. It's walked and bounced into a fielder's choice. Everybody in the order now has reached for Sharon. Game ahead of Braintree in the standings, but just 1 win on the season. This one's popped up on the infield, playable. And it's Zolano calling off the catcher and makes the play to end the inning. So Braintree has them stranded on the base runners. They've now left 5 on through the first 5 innings, and Braintree down 5 here in the bottom half of the 5th. First pitch in there for a strike as we begin the bottom half of the 5th. 9-1-2 for the 86ers here in the inning, as that's in there for another strike. Some action starting in the Braintree bullpen. Solano's done a nice job settling things down in this game. This one on the ground. Slowing down on the infield. Shortstop, what a play. Barehanded play to get him. Defense has been very good here today for Sharon. And a couple of really nice plays. Taking away a base hit. Had to be a perfect throw. Able to field it all in one motion. This one is knocked foul. Out to right field, and that's going to drop down in foul ground. And this one makes contact with the hitter with 2 strikes on him. Obviously not what the pitcher wanted to do there. It's on base for the 3rd time atop the order. This time a hit by pitch after singling twice. Braintree continues to get base runners. Continuing to fight here in this ball game, but still looking to put together some consistency on offense. Scored just 2 runs here tonight. Pitching again has been letting them down. Giving up 7 runs through the first couple of innings. Too big of a hole to dig out of. Pick-off play and a close play, almost able to get him. Had the throw been a little bit lower, probably would have had him. They slid to the outside part of the bag. French ran into an out last inning on the bases. Almost running into an out at first. Time called at the dish. So Atkinson over at first base. We'll see if he tries to steal. Not going, and the pitch on the ground right side. Ball not moving all that quickly, and the throw just able to get him there in time. Close play over at first, but they're now 2 down. Solano responsible for one of the 2 runs. The Braintree's pushed across on an RBI hit his last time. It's also grounded out. 1 for 2 here today. On the ground this time, left side. Tough play for the shortstop. Bobbles, and there will be no play. That was a really hard hit ball. Could go either direction. But a cleanly fielded ball there would have had him at first base. Once the ball was mishandled, there was no play, so that'll have to go down as another error. Second error that the defense now has made to help Braintree out a bit. And now a hit batter. Second batter he's hit here in the inning as Uhas on for the 3rd time. Braintree with a great opportunity here with 2 outs. Stemmons had a tough day at the dish, but this is as good of a chance as you're going to get to try and break out of a little bit of a hitting slump. Need a hit here if you're Braintree. Want to have a chance to come back. Down 5 runs, get the bases filled up. Hit here, scores a couple of runs at least. No contact on the big swing. Couple of ground outs in this inning for the 86ers. Need a clutch 2-out hit now. Still plenty of time left in this ball game. Nearing the 6th inning, but Braintree a chance here in the bottom of the 5th to cash in with a 2-out hit. Both their RBIs were with 2 out back a couple innings ago. On the pitch out of the zone. There's nowhere to put him. And the offering missed. Chance to walk him, and that would bring in a run and an RBI. There was action earlier, so you wonder if a pitching change could occur here. If the runner reaches, and he does. So ball 4 brings in the run, and Braintree making things very interesting now as they scored their 3rd run. And a meeting at the mound. Still have not seen a signal towards the bullpen, but pitcher has been wild here in the inning. He's hit 2 batters and walked 1. Defense also made an error. So Braintree will have him loaded up. Still with 2 outs, and Foley, who's hit the ball well. The pitcher's going to remain in. Put some trust in his pitcher as the coach leaves him in. Here in a bases-loaded situation. 7-3 game. Braintree has scored the last 3 after trailing 7-0. Pitch on the way, and he went after a pitch upstairs and chased it. Certainly helped the pitcher out there. That was a pitch out of the zone. Just flied out to center and singled. The offering this time misses. One, and this one middle of the infield, and this one very slowly makes its way, and a base hit. So Braintree gets another base runner and another RBI. It's 7-4. So that one wasn't hit all that hard, but placed perfectly in the middle of the infield. Only play really would have been for a force out at second, and it was not handled cleanly by the second baseman. Braintree keeps him loaded, trying to come from behind, and wouldn't that be a dramatic way to win their first game? The pitch is on the way and just below the knees. Again, there's nowhere to put him. Got to question a little bit that the coach had left him in here. We obviously see he was tiring with the 2 hit batters and a walk, and not even close on that last pitch. If he walks him here, this is going to be it. Pull the plug here on the starter. Ends up being, if he does not get this last out, end up not being as good of a start as it should have been, as that one is in there for a strike. Saros has reached on an error and has struck out looking. Coach right up at the fence as the pitch is on the way, and he gets it by him. 2 straight strikes after falling down 3-0. Runners will be on the move here. 7-4 game, and the 3-2 pitch is downstairs. He walks him, and Braintree has battled back to pull within 2. Very rare to see that in an inning, to see 2 runs walked in, but both teams have had trouble with the command. Braintree's was early in the game, and now we will see a pitching change. So this game has gotten very interesting as Braintree has pulled within 2. They have the bases loaded, and they will have a pinch hitter when we return. And it continues after the pitching change, and that is a hit batter. So Sharon giving Braintree another run. Braintree's not even having to hit the ball right now. They've been walked in 2 runs and now hit a batter to walk in a run. Seven-6 ball game now as Braintree on the ground, middle of the infield, into center field, a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes the second. He's going to be held, as that was a pretty good throw from center field. Probably would have been out at home, and Braintree has battled all the way back. It's been the story, Braintree, for the majority of the season. They've dug themselves such a big hole. They've had to fight back from huge deficits, but it's got to be a change in the recipe at some point, where the pitching's going to have to buckle in and give your team a chance. The offense has scored quite a few runs during the majority of their games, but just having to score too many. 7 runs should be plenty in most games. So the second hit of the game from Swain has tied the score, and now in the air it goes to left field. Left fielder battling the lights, but makes the catch. And ironically enough, the first time here today, Atkinson has been retired. And that is the way the inning comes to a close. Braintree at the beginning tied the score at 7 as we head to the 6th inning. Top half of the 6th inning as this one is out towards left field. Long run and over to track it down. Nice catch in left field. Pitch down and away. crazy game we have on our hands. This one on a couple of hops to short. Atkinson winds and fires and gets it across for the second out. Fly out to left, ground out to short, and the first two have been retired here in the 6th inning. All the momentum has changed to Braintree's side. After giving up the first 7 through 2 innings, they've now scored the last 7 to play here in the top of the 6th innings with 2 outs, and the base is empty. And now Cronin, who has a couple of RBI and a base hit. Solano has remained in this ball game. He has really been a savior for this Braintree team here today. Come in and pretty much put a blanket on the fire as this one is out towards left center. Long running attempt, and it makes its way down. So that one drops in between the left and center fielder. This one in the air to center field. Should be playable. The runner makes his way back towards the dugout on a fly out to center. So Braintree with a chance to take their first lead of the game in the bottom half of the 6th. So we head back for a bottom half of the 6th in a 7-7 game. First pitch on the ground right side. Going to need help from the pitcher as the throw is going to be off target and the runner reaches. One way behind. The runner will not advance to second though. The other had that one in plenty of time, but the throw was not there. So leadoff man is on to see if Braintree plays some small ball, trying to take the lead. This one's knocked out of play.
I got it.
So a costly error, the third of the game for the Sharon defense. Is that going to be the difference here today? 7-7 game, potential go-ahead and winning run at first. And the pitch on the ground, left side. Could be a double play ball over to second for one. Back to first, and he is safe at, oh wow, they said he didn't touch the base at first. That is pretty crazy to think. So Braintree grounds into a double play, even though the runner did beat the throw, but apparently, according to the umpire, had missed the base, which is the reason for the double play. Obviously changes the complexion now of this inning. Braintree had the runner on to start the inning, did not show a sacrifice, which obviously in a 7-7 game could be something that they would consider. They did bunt early in a game, so I don't really understand the change in strategy, but the Braintree offense has just been good the last few innings. They're trying to do it with just hits. And the offering, this one out towards right center field. It's going to hit the gap as the runner digs past first and now hits second as Braintree with a double. And obviously now that double play is very costly. Uhas has yet to be retired. He has walked, singled to bring in a run, been hit by a pitch and doubled, and now a pinch runner as Braintree is hoping for one more timely hit. So now Stemmen, who brought in a run with the bases loaded walk his last time, a hit here would potentially give Braintree their first lead of the game. Pitch on the way is down. No advance. That one's in for a strike. Potential go-ahead and winning run at second base. This pitch is inside. In the air and out of play down the first base side. Two and two is the count. Looking for that timely two-out hit. Starts and stops, and this one middle of the infield, and the glove is past the second baseman as the run scores from second, and Braintree has that two-out hit they were looking for. Off the bat of Stenman, who's been busy the last couple of times at the dish, just able to muscle that one through the infield. And if the second baseman was able to get a glove on it, maybe the runner won't score. Instead, the run does, and Braintree has their first lead today, 8-7. And if this is the way they get their first win of the season, wouldn't this be something? A fight from 7 runs down early. It's been that kind of season for the 0-6 86ers, who certainly could not have seen this coming. I know it's a young team, but still. It's a very good Braintree Legion baseball program, so surprising to see them sitting at 0-6, but a chance to win their first game of the season, and that would be a big win. Boost some morale here as they have a busy week, 3 straight days with games. On the road tomorrow against Foxborough, another winnable game. Only team behind Braintree in the standings currently, due to the fact that they played a couple more games, still haven't won one. Pitch, and on the ground towards third base. Tough play. Able to back up and make the play. Long throw, and it took him off the bag. He's safe. Chance here for some insurance. Looking for another 2-out knock. Saros, who brought in a run with a bases loaded walk last time. And the pitch on the ground, rolled right side. Gonna need some help here from the pitcher, and he'll tag the base runner instead to end the inning. Braintree strands a couple, but they score the important run, the go-ahead run. Now as we head to the 7th, it's an 8-7 game. Top of the 7th inning. Solano back out. Trying to close the door here. Trying to get the final 3 outs. The pitch is knocked to the screen. 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Eight unanswered runs for Braintree as they have a 1-run lead heading into the inning. Dealing with Berkeley, who has 2 walks and has grounded out. Pitch, and just inside. Does not want to walk him here to start the inning. Got to throw one, a good one here. Got to make him swing the bat. Let your defense help you out. As the pitch is slapped to the screen. Had a lot of the zone. Big pitch upcoming. Solano winds and fires, and in the air, foul ground. Long run in that direction, but it is going to make its way into the bleachers. Again, the payoff pitch, and it's in there. Called third strike. Down he goes. A called third strike. Bat was tossed, and hitter was hoping to get his way to first with his 3rd walk of the game, but instead gets the bad news from the home plate umpire. This is the first out here of the 7th. 2 more outs the home team needs, as that one is cut on a miss and a pitch upstairs. Off-speed pitch right there at the knees. Down in the hole now. It's a good pitch. Looking for the first 2 outs now of the 7th inning. And the offering is out of play. And the opening hitter on a called third strike. Would be nice to see him fan the first 2. She's ready. Winds and fires and misses off the edge. Tried to get him to chase. No swing, though. So he's not obliged to what he was trying to do there. 1-2. And again, trying to get him to chase. That one a little bit more off the plate. Now the 2-2. This one out towards straightaway center. Hit well. Back, and it's going to be up and over his head. As the runner heads for second base, the throw is going to be off target, and the tying run is at second base. That one off the bat, you could tell, was going to carry a while. Seeing it cut over the Braintree center fielder for the 2nd time here today. The runner is at second, and the pitch. And inside for ball 1. Braintree just getting their first lead back in the 6th inning. Left a couple of runners on. And now down in the count. Strikeout to begin the inning, then the double. Tying run is aboard in scoring position. As the offering is in the air out towards left field. The shortstop ranging, and a great catch. Atkinson hauls that one in. That was a phenomenal play by the shortstop, who covered a lot of ground. This young Braintree team making some nice plays on defense here today. That's a winning play right there by the shortstop, Atkinson, who takes away a bloop single. Now the second out of the inning. Just one more needed. Helped out there on the 2-0 swing. As the offering, this one out towards left field, and that's going to get down. And they are going to wave the runner around. Here comes the throw. It is going to be off target, and now the runner is going to be stuck in between bases, but it's thrown away. And now heading towards third base as Braintree's defense makes a mistake. The runner was going to score regardless, and it really wasn't worthy of the throw to the plate. The throw was really towards the cutoff man. And the score has now tied up at 8 on a 2-out single. So the game now tied at 8 after Braintree did all that work to come back. They're not able to close the door. Game will move forward. Braintree trying to keep it, though, at 8-8. The runner is at third after the throwing error gives a couple of extra bases. Pitch, and that one just missed. So both sides have not gone down without a fight. Sharon was the one to score the first 7. Braintree scored the last 8 up until that last run we just saw. 8-8 game here with the runner at third and 2 down. Braintree does have the last at bat as the home team, so this game is not over. Even in a tied game, Braintree trying to keep it a tie game as we head to the bottom half of the 7th. Certainly don't want to see extra innings. Pitch is upstairs. Game already started past 8 o'clock, which I don't know if there's any sort of time frame that the game can't be started after a certain time. That one's down in the dirt, and it is a walk. Not what you want to do with the number 9 hitter. See if we see a pitching change here. So the infield's going to at least come in. The runner is now at the corners. Solano, who has pitched very well in relief, probably a little bit past his normal number of pitches that he would throw in a game. But he's obviously pitched well enough to stay in the game. It's just a question now with the game tied and 2-1. Tough spot here. And now to left field, but a foul ball. So that was headed 4 extra bases. It's a leadoff man batting for the 5th time, Mento. Has singled, walked, struck out, and flied out. And an interesting day at the dish. Braintree looking for one more out here in the 7th inning. Trying to give himself a chance to walk it off. As this one in the air, foul ground, long run for it. And it's going to fall out of play. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Braintree in the bottom half of the inning. Look over at the runner at first. Runner's at the corners, 2 down. As the wind up and down it goes. Nice stop behind the dish. Cannot afford a pass ball in this spot. And the offering, and that one is knocked foul with a check swing. Ready is ready, and in the air again, foul ground. Long battle. Who's going to win the bat? Pitcher or hitter? Next spot in the ball game. Game tied at 8. Offering, and this one is handled by Zolano, and he can't make the throw as they reach off his glove. Almost made a great catch, and the runner is able to reach, and the run scores. (9-8) now, has Sharon has jumped in front on the single. On the hot shot back towards the middle of the infield. It was Zolano got a glove on it. Thought maybe he'd have a chance to throw it out over at first, but he couldn't really gather his feet. Make a proper throw. And now out towards right center field. In and making the catch to end the inning, and Braintree's going to have to battle back from a run down now as they give up a couple of runs here in the inning, and we'll head to the bottom half of the 7th with Braintree down a run. First pitch on the right side of the infield and handled at first base. Braintree retired here to start at the bottom of the 7th. Number 9 hitter now as Swain stands in. Braintree going to need a couple of hits now. As this one in the air to right field. Hang up in the air a while, and a sliding catch in right field as Sharon has the first 2 very quickly. This would be a very frustrating loss if Braintree's not able to hold on, come back. Had a 1-run lead heading into the top of this inning. Gave up the lead. Now in danger of going 1, 2, and 3. It's Atkinson, who's had a nice day at the dish. Been on 3 times. Gonna need to find his way on here for this ball game to continue. Another pop-up, this one on the infield. Second baseman ranging and puts it away to end the ball game. And Sharon wins their 2nd game of the season, and Braintree loses yet another one here on the year to fall to 0-7 in what has been a really tough season for head coach Casey and the Legion team here this season. And a very winnable game here today, a game that Braintree probably should have won after coming back in that 7th inning, but obviously gave up the 2 runs, and they go quickly here in the bottom half of the inning. They'll be back in action on the road at Easton tomorrow. Another winnable game against a team that also has not won a game yet, 0-9, as Braintree at 0-7. One team's going to get their first win of the season, and Braintree here at home against Franklin will have that game as well. So that'll conclude our coverage of a tight one here today as Braintree loses this one 9-8 in a very close one here today. On behalf of Dave Maybrook, the camera person, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.